see we. There's not a we, there's a me. There's just a me. Why is my battery dying right now?
Oh, hello, Papa.
Try to get it right. You drank too much. You said I only want you, only want you. When we woke up, you were gone. It was obvious. You only came through cause you had nothing to do. When we woke up, you were gone. You said you'd never ever let me go, but you just didn't wanna be alone. Sometimes it's better to be lonely than to fuck up somebody. You just didn't wanna be alone.
Hello friends, welcome back to another video, or welcome if you are new. Today is the start of another weekly vlog, and it is currently Monday the 15th of March, and we are just logging on? Is that a thing? That's not a thing. It's not a thing. We're just going on to YouTube. And I say we, like, seriously, I don't vlog for a few days and I forget how to vlog, I forget how to function as a human being. I'm just going on to Gavin's sprints. It started a bit early today, it started at 6 o'clock, and I'm just going to try and get as much read of law as possible. I didn't actually read last night when I went to bed. The pain behind my eyes was starting again, and I didn't want to push it because I was back at work today. So I decided against that. So I'm starting it fresh today. And I'm also just going to show you some book mail that I've got. I've got this myself. I bought these myself. And is Witherwood. And this is a story about a London and magic. I can be quite impulsive at times when buying things. And recently, obviously, because I've been researching and like looking for books a lot, and I've been, you know, looking up recommendations that have been on videos and stuff. Obviously, Facebook and Google and that like track what you read, don't they, and what you look at. So recently, I've been getting a lot of book recommendations on my adverts on Facebook, and this came up. And for one, the artwork on the front just had me thinking a little bit like V. Schwab vibes, like Darkest Shade of Magic. Am I wrong? Initially, when I was scrolling through, I thought, oh, V. Schwab brought a new thing out, but it's not a V. Schwab. Whether this was meant to be a similar look to V. Schwab, I don't know. But when I read the back, and when I read the synopsis, I was also thinking magical vibes. So I'm just gonna read the back out to you. You're very high up today, and I don't know why I made you that high up. The tripod that I've got isn't extendable, the one that I use for vlogging. So I've stacked you on books, and I think I've stacked you too high, but never mind. Tis what it is. It says, welcome to Witherwood, and to a London that is not quite like our own. Here it's summertime in February. The underground is a cavern of wonders, and magic fills the street. But this London is a city divided, split between 6 rival magical factions. Just, it got me at that to begin with anyway. Each with their own extraordinary talents, and the alpha of the changelings, Gideon Ravenswood, has gone rogue, threatening the fragile accords that hold the city together. And it says, I think it's Ilsa, is a shape-shifting changeling, again, my kind of thing, who has spent the first 17 years of her life marooned in the wrong London. Alone, she scratched out a living as a stage magician's assistant, dazzling audiences by using her changeling talents to perform the impossible. When she's dragged through the portal into Witherwood, Ilsa finally feels like she belongs, yet her new home is on the brink of civil war. pulled into the fray, also must use all the tricks up her sleeve to simply stay alive. So, magical changelings, 6 factions of magic. There's gonna be, I'm guessing, some kind of political intrigue type situation going on and civil war. It's just my cup of tea, and I didn't realise how big it was when I ordered it. It's nearly 600 pages. As if I don't have enough chunky books already, but here we go. There we are. That is going to go on my TBR soon, but for now it's going to go on my shelves. And then I got, because if you watched last week's vlog, and I think I mentioned it, I ordered Chain of, which one was it? I ordered Chain of Iron, a special edition Fairy Chain of Iron, just because I saw it and it looked pretty. And then I realised that after I'd ordered it, everyone was like, oh my god, I can't believe the sequel of Chain of Gold to come out. And I was like, what? Looked it up. Chain of Iron was the sequel to Chain of Gold. And I didn't have Chain of Gold. So I spent nearly £20 on a special edition hardback of a book, the second in a series I don't know if I'm even going to like. So, I'm an actual blonde under all this. This is all I can tell you. I bought Chain of Gold as well. So, I thought this was like a dust jacket, but it's not. It's like the actual hardcover. It doesn't have a dust jacket on. So, and then look at that artwork in there. I didn't realise that was a thing. So, is this a set that's not going to match? Yes. I miffed about it? Yes. Even if I don't like the book, well, I'll still probably get the second one to match this just because I'm a stickler for things matching. Also probably yes, but not right now. So that's the thing. Go me for denseness. I also did the same with Becky Chambers' book. I bought the 4th in the series of Becky Chambers' book from the Wayward series without realising that it was the 4th in the series, and I don't have any of her other books. I don't even know if I like her writing style. Don't even know if I like that particular book in general. So, there's that also. And I cannot get the other 3 books all in hardback. So, that's 2 for 2 on the what the fuck you do with your life scale. So, yeah. But this is, I've just dropped my, this is a chonker. And it's not a horrible cover. But if I do like it, I might invest in some dust jackets of both books that match. See if someone can do me just dust jacket for both books that match. So we'll try that. So I am still talking a little bit funny because of my mouth, because today it's been playing up and I keep finding myself going like that a lot, and people have noticed that I'm slurring my words a bit, and slightly concerning, but I'm not going to read too much into it. It's still healing. If I'm still slurring my words after 2 weeks, we'll have to deal with that when it comes to it. But I'm guessing because I've had so much pain that the loss of sensation in that side of my face that could have potentially happened has not happened because of the pain. That's what I'm saying anyway. Because yeah, this wasn't meant to go this way, but I just feel like saying it out loud because I've been worrying today and I've had no one to talk to about it because I sit in an office by myself. I'm an admin in a care home, and 90% of the time I've spent by myself in an office and I've had no one to say it to, so I'm saying it to a camera that might go out to the 200 subscribers that I've got. So there's that. So we're just gonna chill, watch Gavin sprints. I see we, there's not a we, there's a me. There's just a me. There's myself and I in my head, but that's not we. Shouldn't joke about stuff like that, but seriously, sometimes I do talk to myself. Technically, making videos is talking to yourself, but you don't answer yourself. Because I am sat here currently talking to myself because there's nobody else here. And until I upload it, I technically won't be talking to anybody. So if it decided not to upload this, I would technically I've just spoken to myself for the last 9 minutes. Where did that even come from? I don't know what's going on with me. So, 2 minutes to go until Gav actually starts his reading sprint. I'm going to jump into law and I will update you when there's something else to update you on. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Estoy muy bien. Hi, today's Tuesday and I am just about to go on to Jade's sprints. I didn't read much last night. I'm just going to give you a little bit of an update. I say update, I got to page 28, which is like chapter 3, and we've just basically not even been properly introduced to law yet. I've just read that the prologue and the first couple of chapters. I don't know what it is about it, but it's intriguing me already. I'm just hoping that it is going to be good, because I've seen quite a few people on Gavin's live yesterday saying they were struggling to get through it and that they didn't particularly like it. So there's that. Are you too high again? Is that better? We've moved you down one. So yeah, it's about 5 to 7 and Jay's reading sprints start in about 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do is, for the first sprint or two, I'm going to edit this week's vlog, because I started that and then I went to bed last night and then I forgot about it, and it needs to be up today because I'm an idiot for going so slow. I don't know what's wrong with me. I knew I needed to edit the vlog, but you know, I'm an idiot. What can I say? Whilst I'm editing and whilst it's exporting, I'm also going to, oh, got a massage. I'm also going to be making some tea, which is probably just going to be like chicken and veg or something. While you're here, I'm just going to let you know this arrived and my battery's dying. Yeah, so Spell Slinger arrived today and this should have come last week, but it was delayed, so I'm going to be getting hopefully the whole Spell Slinger series as well as the grey coats, and I'm doing a thing. So I was going to read them anyway, but now I'm going to do them as part of a thing because I've had an idea. So that will come to fruition shortly. I'm going to change the battery, crack on and get on Jade's sprints and do some editing, and I'll update you when I've read more of Law. Bye. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? You wonder why we're on this angle? I'm just here to give you a bit of an update, really. So I'm currently on, are we gonna focus? Chapter 18. I bit my tongue. On chapter 18 of Law. And we've got ourselves a coffee. It's 10 o'clock at night. And it's brilliant Nespresso coffee. If you don't have an espresso, why? You should. I just thought that I would show you my growing hardback collection. I think I do like my paperbacks, but my hardback collection is growing and don't know where to put them. So out here, there, we've got a paperback bookcase. This is my hardback bookcase. Okay, so we started with Flame in the Mist. I got partway through this book and I didn't like it. Oh, it's not that I didn't like it, I wasn't feeling it, so I put it down and never picked it back up. But look at all these pretty hardbacks I've got. Not even read this yet. I've got Rule of Wolves coming when it comes out. And then that's a Fairy Loot edition. Fairy Loot book that came out. I want to say that book came out like 2 years ago. Still not read it yet. But it looks pretty, so we're keeping it there. Still not read this one yet, but this one is such a pretty edition of a hardback. Such a pretty one. Chain of Gold, Chain of Iron, I've just bought that. And just bought this as well. I've not read this yet, but look at that. How pretty is that? And another book. Out of all these books on here, on this top row, I've read 1, 2. I've read 2 books on that top row. And you fell over. Coming down to this row where I have currently read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 books. So it's a bit better. But I'm going to pick out some of the prettiest editions. Obviously, we've got Strange the Dreamer. Look at that. It's gorgeous. I'm just really gutted that I didn't get Muse of Nightmares in the same thing. The Muse of Nightmares that I'm going to be getting a different cover. And then, oh, what are you doing, Groot? With no eyeballs. This is one of my favourite editions and also one of my favourite books I've read of recent times, and it's got stenciled edges as well, a few tabs in. But that one's one book that I've read and it's a beautiful copy. And then we go down to here and we've got a hardback of The Hobbit that I've still not read yet, and the Fairy Loot edition of Fable. Let's bring her up. So that's the Fairy Loot edition of Fable, and it's so pretty, and I'm so gutted I've missed out on the Fairy Loot edition of Namesake. This is a beautiful illustrated edition of The Hobbit. Now I've watched the film, but I've never read the books. But look at that. Look at that one. Oh my God, look at that. That's just amazing, isn't it? And when I got this, I didn't realise how big it was. It's not a normal hardback size, it's strange. But yeah, there's that. Anyway, that was just a quick overview of my hardback shelf. So yeah, that was just a quick overview of my hardback shelves. I'm going to sit down and drink my coffee, finish reading some law, I say reading, listening to, and I'm going to chill out for the rest of the night. I think it's about 10 o'clock. I say it's about 10:05 now, and I am enjoying law. Again, it's still very, I don't think we've got to the nitty-gritty of it yet, which I'm looking forward to getting to. Yeah, there's been a bit of action in the last couple of chapters, so that's good, and it's slowly building. So yeah, I've got some thoughts, but I'm very pessimistic, so some of my thoughts might be wrong. Oh God, every time a new character comes in, I'm like, yeah, he's gonna die, he's gonna die, he's gonna get hurt, they're gonna break up. I'm like that with all books and all films. I'm really bad, and I just the worst is gonna happen to the people that I like. So, which happened in Assassin's Blade, which, don't talk to me about Assassin's Blade. Cried nearly. Actually, I think I did cry. Oh well. Anyway, tangent again. What am I doing? So yeah, I might not give you another update tonight. I might do. It depends on how I feel and how late I read till. But so far, so good. Yeah, that's me done. I'll update you when there's something else to update you on. Bye. Hi! I forgot to update you because I'm shopping. I am still reading... What? Pretty Discoveries. Yes, I'm really enjoying this. It is a slow starter. I don't know how to explain it. It's not. There are some action-packed like sort of scenes in there, and it does sort of like, there is a lot of intrigue, but it's missing that thing that would give it a 5 for me. I'm thinking it's probably going to be like a mid-4, I'm guessing. But that to me that's still a good book. But it's, I think I mentioned it before, like there's a definite, I'm going to put this down now because it's better. There's a definite sort of mood switch between reading a middle grade, reading a YA, and reading a adult, like, epic high fantasy. So I kind of have to make sure that I do that gear change before I start reading the book. And because I've gone into this knowing it's a YA, knowing that potentially it's not going to be as dense as an adult, and because of the length of it, it's not necessarily going to be like a fast-paced bam 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 bam. I've gone into it knowing that, so I've enjoyed it. I feel like because I was going into some of these fantasies with high expectations of it being like this epic, fast-paced sort of all the drama kind of thing, that it's kind of been disappointing, which that's all on me, that's not on the book. So Law is a typical she's a typical strong-headed woman that has dealt with trauma in the past, and literally we have been on live with Leanne from Literary Diversions, Ashley from A Follow Through Fiction, Victoria from What Victoria Read, and Jean from Jean's Bookish Thoughts. I've just been on live with those four, and we were just talking about trauma and how some books sort of like skim over the trauma that people have like encountered and act like it didn't happen, whereas this one doesn't. She's very much bottled up this trauma that she's gone through, and it's slowly sort of coming out as the story goes along. And yeah, I'm kind of enjoying that side of it. You are addressing things, or it does address things like that happened when she was a kid, or as she was growing up, that have made her the way she is now. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I'm that far into it, and I'm currently listening to the audiobook, so I'm on page 326. So I've got 25 minutes left of this last sprint. I wanted to get this finished tonight, but I don't think I will. I'll need to get it finished tomorrow though, because I need to get it finished tomorrow because there's Becca's Bookathon. Yeah, I will be giving you an update tomorrow. I'm going to get back to reading, and I will see you all when there's something to update you on.
You drank too much. You said I only want you, only want you. When we woke up, you were gone. It was obvious you only came through cause you had nothing to do. When we woke up, you were gone. You said you'd never ever let me go, but you just didn't wanna be alone. Sometimes it's better to be lonely than to fuck up somebody. You just didn't wanna be alone.
Oh my god. Fuck. Didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming. That was
Called you up, cause I had nothing to do. I was a little confused.
what the fuck? Right, okay. I've collected myself. And I'm gonna go to bed now because I should have gone to bed 3 or 4 chapters ago, but you know, because when you're immersed in a book, you're immersed in a book. Yes. I'm baffled. That was a turn for the books, but it's good. There's one. I don't know if I could tell you this without spoiling the book. But if you don't want to be spoiled for anything in the book, switch off now. Okay, so if you stay, you're gonna be spoiled, kind of. Like they do one thing in this that I don't particularly like when it does it. I don't know if there's going to be a reason for it later on, but the resurrection trope. That was a bit of a letdown, but again, we've still got like an hour of the audio left. I don't know if there's going to be like a reason for that. I'm going to find out something else. But that was one thing I didn't particularly like. But I'm really enjoying this. I would like to know why some people didn't like the book. It's not some top tier #1 fave, but it's a decent fantasy book. But yeah, I might read some reviews and see what people have said and why people have rated it lower. But I'm enjoying it, and I'm thinking it's a standalone. We'll see when we get to the end. And it's left on a cliffhanger. And then I could think, well, there could potentially be a sequel, but I'm sure that when I read about it, when it was coming out, it was a standalone, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed, and I will see you when I see you. Hi! Hello. So, we have now finished Law, and I'm gonna give it, I reckon it's gonna be a 4. I need to put it through a core pile, but I reckon it's gonna be a 4. Reason being, I said it before, 4. That it just didn't give me that spark. You're dirty again. I need to find my lens cap for this friggin' lens, because it's just crazy. Dust it all the time. Just gonna prop you up on a few books, because why not? So yeah, it was just missing a little something, and I don't really know what it is. I really like Laura as a character. Ignore the nails. Started peeling them. I really like Laura as a character. I liked Castor. I love Miles. I don't know why, but when there's a character like him in a book that's just fiercely loyal, but like has a mind of his own, but he's such a loyal, sweet, kind person that, yeah, I just love characters like that. They're just wholesome in a book that's quite dark. For the majority, actually, yeah, most of the book is quite It's quite like dark. To have a shining light of a wholesome character in the whole thing, it's just great. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I can't really say much without spoiling it. I realise it's called the Agon, not Aegon, which I think I called it. It's called the Agon because I listened to the audiobook as well as physically reading it, and that was a good shout because as much as I do like learning about Greek mythology and learning all the gods' names, I don't think I would do it justice just reading them off a page. I think for me, with words like that, and I think I'm going to do the same when I listen to Brandon Sanderson, because of some of the, I don't want to say strange way, but because the quite tongue-twistery kind of names and unusual spellings and unusual pronunciations of words, I think books like that is better to listen to. Because for me, if I'm sat there trying to think of how I pronounce something, I lose the story and I sit there for ages thinking, well, is it Agon? Is it Aegon? Isn't? And it like takes away from the story. So with a book like this, it was definitely a good idea for me to read along as well as listen. So next book, it's in my bag. I'm going to be taking it to my friends this weekend, and that is Truth Witch. I'm debating whether or not to take like a graphic novel with me as well, because I don't know if I should have, because one of the prompts is dark cover, I think, and the other one is fantasy. I'm sure. I'll have to double check, bear with, I will just double check. Yes, so I've just double checked, and the first book is a book with a dark cover. And the second prompt is a fantasy. So I think what I might do is grab a graphic novel. It's called The Marked One, or Marked Ones. That's a dark cover, and then use Truth Witch as my fantasy. We'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna go get ready to leave and head off to my friends, and I will see you all when I see you, when I've got something to update you on. Hey! So, as you've probably seen from like probably the one clip that I filmed, wow. So you've turned the brightness down a bit so it doesn't blind you. This weekend didn't go to plan, so let me just prop you up. So yeah, I was propped you up now on a mountain of books. So, this weekend didn't go as planned. I just wasn't really feeling like my mental health took a bit of a dive. So I didn't really feel like participating, I can't speak, in the Bookathon weekend, which I'm good about. I do want to take part in the month-long one when it happens later on this year. But I just didn't feel up to this weekend, so I literally read a graphic novel, and maybe like the first 10 pages of Truth Witch. So I can't really give you much of an update on Truth Witch, but I read a graphic novel called The Masked. I'll leave it up here because I think he actually left it at my friend's house. So I read that, which took me all of half an hour probably. But then the rest of the weekend I spent just chilling, just doing nothing, because I spent all week being so busy. I'd still been in a lot of pain with my mouth, so that had been giving me a bit of grief. And then I didn't want to have to focus on keeping up with a readathon all weekend, so I just gave it a miss. I have got major FOMO, not gonna lie, because everything looked great, and I've just finished watching Gavin's vlog, and it cracks me up anyway. Watching his vlogs just pure joy. yeah, tonight, oh my god. Today is Monday, so I'm going to end this vlog here and start another one for the week. I am going to start Truth Witch this week, and that will be probably the only book that I read this week. But we'll see. And then we've got The Secret left on the TBR Pursuits TBR. I've got The Secrets left to read, which I don't know, I might get done this weekend. We'll have to see how this week goes. But we've got a few hours of reading sprints with Gavin, so I'm probably going to smash a lot out then. I am going to also use some of his sprints to update my blog, get some posts set up and scheduled. I'm going to try and keep up with my reviews, individual reviews on my blog and Goodreads, and then maybe at the moment just stick with wrap-ups on my YouTube. I might start doing dedicated reviews, but I will be doing a couple of my favourite books. I will be reviewing a couple of my favourite books on my channel, like I said before, with like the makeup reviews. So I will be doing that at some point. But it's just finding the time and also the headspace in which I have to be to film. So I do apologise if this vlog is a bit higgledy-piggledy, but health comes first. I will probably be posting more different types of videos, some book related, some not, over the next few months. So I've got a few plans. Again, it's just getting the time to film and edit them. But if you would like to see that and see what's coming up next, and then yeah, just follow me on my socials, which is where I post all my updates. So I've got Instagram and Twitter. I've slacked off on Instagram a lot recently. I need to get back on that, but mostly Twitter that I post a lot on. I also have an Amazon wishlist and my Goodreads where I post my reviews, which I need to get up to date on as well. But yeah, on my social link down below, so I'd appreciate it if you could drop me a follow, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And until next time, if you can, be happy and stay true to you, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.